So we now even get around to start a different game than was on the schedule, because didn't really feel like solving more chess problems in Testament of Sherlock Holmes. So instead we start with Elder Scrolls Online, which played like 10 years ago. Just checked today that it's actually been that long. Checked that yes, it was actually the game came out 10 years ago, and since then actually played it very shortly, almost when it was new, then never, and now finally was like first. So wondering, so you have to buy the game, and apparently do not think even the account that had existed most probably had also been tied to an email that didn't exist, so that was a great start. Fortunately, then Steam had the game on sale, so actually bought it on like spring sale or whatever that lasted like 2 days, but also did get the game on quite steep discount. So here we go again, and of course, as noted also on the stream title, we are playing the Khajiiti, because that's the only thing, of course, you should know. Some scalies might disagree and demand an Argonian, but always of course been more of type for the Khajiiti. So let's see how that goes. And of course we try to not spend all the time in character creation, as have noticed that some streamers lately have with Dragon's Dogma 2 and the character creator with the Catmen of that game, where they have mostly like tuned the hair of the cat instead of playing the game. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So welcome all, and let's see what happens and how far we get or not, because do not really know or remember anything about the game, having played it 10 years ago when it was new for maybe a few hours altogether, so almost as the same as starting new. So and of course feel free to also comment on anything and make requests. We do as usual, do all the redeemables, and let's see what happens. There we are, and we do have very elegant starting Khajiiti, but of course we want more tiger than puma, like usually has been the preference with this one. So let's see how that goes as far as things go, and of course also otherwise see about what we can do in the game, as it's been so long that a lot like World of Warcraft, it most probably, or especially Guild Wars 2, it most probably has been remade a lot, so we'll see. Alright, and we again disconnected, so let's connect again. Fortunately, it has quite short disconnect timer, so we may have some fun with that, it seems. There we are, and there we go. We again have the Khajiiti, and female Khajiiti is mostly like a bit more slender. Let's do male this time, and so we have chosen race and gender. Then we choose class, which is like there can even be a Khajiiti necromancer, alright. Didn't know that existed in the game. So let's then see about what we might choose in that respect. Then there's also Arcanist. Do think that do not really currently want to do a spellcaster first, so rather like the kind of this is good, like with the gift of getting in and out of trouble. Yep, that sounds like the average Khajiiti with like thrive on conflict and misfortune. So do like this. Would maybe try necromancer, but that may be a bit demanding also when have not really tried the game. So let's try the kind of basic Khajiiti type stealth class first, and then we can also adjust pretty much everything. At least not quite as many adjustments as in some of the other recent games, it seems. Ah, hello there, Briareus. Let's greet you properly. So, you arrived much earlier today, which is of course nice, so always good to have a Briareus here also, so hello there and welcome. Hopefully you have had a good weekend this far also. So let's then move back to the game and hopefully not anymore get the kind of quick time out and see how that goes. So let's try the pretty basic class for now, and we can like adjust body type, which do think let's put it at least a bit more buff. Let's see like how buff it is without like, there we go. So you can have very slender Khajiiti or like quite chunky one, and then it's kind of like that's quite fit if you put the fitness up to maximum. So do like middle on the slender but fit scale, would say. And there we go. And this apparently chooses more or less like, yeah, it's more like the fur color, so they are quite dark versions also for like if one would like a panther or such. Alright, and then we get different. Alright, there are the classical stripes. Pretty much all cat style patterns are present. So let's do like the classical stripes, the stronger version. Do think that looks pretty good. And would say the warmer background works well. There we go. Alright, and then there are more adjustments, like you can also adjust belly size separately. And also size of forepaws can be adjusted. has also like posterior dimensions, so that's very fancy way to say that just the size of the rear. Posterior should be of moderate size. Alright, and you can also adjust how buff. Yeah, I do like the slightly bigger feet for sure, like looks considerably nicer of course with a bit bigger feet, and then that concludes the adjustments for the character body proper, and then there are finally adjustments for like, alright, the parameters for face are like heroic, angular and soft. Let's see, like yeah, it does kind of look it adjusts like the muscle and the bridge of the nose a lot. Kind of think somewhere here on this axis it looks most like a cat, so do like that. Let's see about hairstyles then. Alright. Yeah, that would be probably for the grandmother tiger. Rather like these, it is probably most nicest looking in the overall sense, and it shows the pattern on the back of the head, so that works pretty well. Do think the warmer color also fits here. Yeah, it's apparently kind of grays out a bit. Alright. Adornments also at beard and ear tufts and mane to some degree. So you can't have both earrings and the kind of, so rather like the earrings, so let's keep that. And you can adjust the kind of head shape even further. Do think it is actually nice enough that way. Then there's the eye color, which do think that actually works rather well like that. Then we do have every possible parameter for also eyes, right? Angle. Alright, so it's alright, ears can also be adjusted. That's probably more interesting. Of course, prefer a bit bigger ears and slightly more to the front. Tip flare. Alright, it more of changes the width of the base really. Alright. And then it's possible to adjust more. And let's check how much. Alright. Also can adjust the nose pad even further. Alright, that is kind of questionable whether it... Do think it's alright, pretty much that way. Much adjustment, alright, seems to have adjusted enough. What do we still need to do to enable the create button? Alright, name needs to be no numbers, that's not very surprising. Let's name ourselves after ourselves, at least for the first character. And now we can actually push create, so fair enough, looks good. There were no adjustments for tail apparently, now that notice it. Nope, there's no adjustments for tail. Clear oversight, really. There we go.
You're awake.
Right.
Thank the stars.
And now we are good to start with the controls. So let's then see about continuing in a moment. So let's then see about, yeah, we know how to move and jump, nice. Alright, let's talk then.
There you are. On your feet. I know magical translocation can... The Isle of Bolfiera, home of Clan Barini. I apologize for the cramped accommodations. We pride ourselves
Alright,
on
and we are unsurprisingly like every Elder Scrolls game, we start from prison.
You weren't a danger to... You might not be so eager to escape once you hear what's going on. You arrive via a portal, along with a Daetric beast called Shayazel. It seized control of our golems and unleashed them on the island. If I free
What actually
you,
happens if you refuse,
Shayazel.
like just goodbye, and let's see if we can find anything in the jail cell. There are some flowers also. Press A to open the mail window, really? Yep. Alright, you are invited to visit Morrowind. Alright, we at least were let to keep some clothing in the cell. Okay. Alright, collections. Thought that that's like something to do with objects. Right, auto map. Looks like there isn't that much else to find here. You can also swing your forepaws. Oh, hello there, Raven. Always good to see you. Let's also greet you properly on the main screen as your pretty major supporter of the stream also. So always happy to have you here. You're pretty much a regular together with Red Scale. So let's greet you also. Always happy to give a greeting on the main screen. It's very nice. Oh, hello there, Red Scale. Also thought you would also be around. So let's then try and see about helping out as clearly. Helping out as clearly. There wasn't much to find out.
There you are. On your feet. I know magical translocation can really upset the stomach. Just take a moment and get your bearings, all right?
And then the same discussion. Alright, that was pretty easy to get the door opened at least.
That should unlock the door. When you're ready, follow me. There you are, free as a spring cricket. I hope you intend to keep your word. We'll need each other out there. Of that I'm certain. The names Noria were bound for a place called the Khajiiti Gallery.
Find a weapon and we'll work out the cobwebs. Sure.
Hurtling through the... Of course. I can't promise total transparency, but I'll be as forthcoming as I can. Would it frustrate you to hear that I have no idea? We Dureni are cautious by nature, so the Isle of Bolfiera has many...
Yes, to think, Ragabas, we are correct. As also noted that every Elder Scrolls game starts in a prison. Ever. Alright, yeah, golems doesn't seem like the best idea.
Ugh, do I have to? If I recall my studies correctly, I'd say it's a harvester. A huge serpentine creature. The Khajiiti Gallery is an ancient substructure of Bolfiera on account of all the doors. The gallery's full of ancient gates, each with some arcane connection to places in Tamriel and beyond. I cast an incantation of the steed, snatched you up, and fled as fast as my feet would carry me. I heard the Daedra curse.
Alright, they clearly left quite swiftly.
I didn't look back. Nothing irresponsible, if that's what you're asking. I'm a member of Clan Dorini's intelligence guild, the Cinderella. More scholar than spy, I assure you. I was conducting some research in the gallery, then pop! The gallery's always been a place of special interest for the guild, but we never quite cracked how it worked, despite the danger.
Alright, and then we need to pick up a weapon. Alright, there are quite a few of them even. We do have the traditional sword and shield, looks nice. Alright. We do have the great axe. That already sounds more demanding. Daggers, that's more like Khajiiti, like one might say. We do have a bow, sure. Then we have a fire staff and healing staff. That's kind of like probably the least probable choice. Do think that daggers are probably most Khajiiti-like in the first place.
Larger weapons like staves and great axes will take both hands to use. You can pair smaller weapons with a shield or another weapon of that size. The choice is yours.
And we somehow apparently... Alright, that's probably the smallest inventory screen that I've seen. There we go.
Yes, I think that one suits you. If you change your mind, feel free to take any other weapon you want. Now, let's find a spot to practice.
Alright, now we do swing daggers. Alright.
Nothing prepares you for moments like this. I'm glad you're here. This is as good a place as any. Now, prepare yourself while I conjure up a dance partner. Let's begin. Impressive.
Practice combat, yeah?
Top marks. Brilliant. Now do it again.
Sure.
Ready yourself. Quick, strike while it's off balance. You're unnatural. Protect yourself. Give it everything you've got. That's the way. Well done. Keep up the defense. Use your heaviest attack. Now some foes will try to restrain you. Quickly, break free. You broke loose. Again, make ready. Ha! You're unstoppable. Prepare yourself. You're every bit the warrior I thought you'd be. Again, now press your advantage with a heavy attack. That was quite a blow. Interrupt now, before it strikes. Powerful strike. Swiftly now, interrupt it. When your enemy prepares an attack,
Kind of unsure whether one is supposed to beat this or just
good.
like...
Now destroy it.
Alright, looks like it would be beatable now because it suddenly lost like most
Well
HP.
done. Come speak with me for a moment.
Alright, at least despite being animated armor, it contained only one piece of armor. Sure. game rewards. Alright, and we of course, as traditional, we have points to spend. Somehow do think health would be good to currently spend in. This has also clearly suffered points inflation. 21,941, really. Alright, and then we can gain skills. Alright, Assassin's Blade instant. Currently that's pretty much the only one we can currently gain, so very Khajiiti like. Alright, and now it's on the skill bar, so it's used by pressing number 1. Sure. Right, and also some messages, so we are again pretty much ready to do something useful, hopefully. Alright, hello again.
With
and
moves like that, the Daedra doesn't stand a chance.
moves like that,
Yes,
a
I'd
bit
say we're ready
confused
to set
fighting,
out.
certainly. Where are we headed now?
To reach the Keyride's gallery, we have to make it out of this ruin and across a wide field full of the golems I mentioned. With any luck, we'll be able to slip past them. But I'm not all that lucky, so I'm sorry in advance. Well, it begins with a door, the first of many. The only way to access the gallery is through a mysterious gateway. I believe Shiazel, the Daedric creature that's causing all this mischief, may have nested itself in there. I can't say anything with certainty, but ridding the world of an otherworldly abomination can't hurt, right? Its influence.
Alright, let's go. You have received a notification, alright. Daily reward. Very well. Then we wait for next apparently. And we should then proceed most probably.
One of the stray golems. We might want to sneak past it.
Alright, the bear trap most probably would be a good idea to disarm. Right, can also sit on the seat. Right, they are. It's interesting, how are you going to hide with a glowing spear? Really? RPG logic clearly, like, how are you going to hide with that? But she clearly does. Really? Alright, let's move on then. So another corridor again.
Almost there. Let's hurry.
Hold vaihto to sprint. Yes, it uses the Finnish key terms anyway, even though the whole installation. Right, of course we search the urn. Contains water. Really unsure how safe clear water found in the ruins is, but fair enough. Right, and more sneaking with the female with the glowing spear strapped on the back, which must be the worst thing ever for stealth.
The entrance to the Khajiiti's gallery should be east of here.
Alright, let's talk again then.
Stay on your guard, my friend. These golems can't be reasoned with, and there are lots of...
Alright, golems can't be reasoned with. That seems logical. Do we now also have the map available, would imagine, so yes. Alright, this is a bit bigger thing, and we are here. So there's like a long road and then have to go through one of these. Yep, a bit bigger area. So let's see like what direction we should take. Exactly this direction apparently. Alright, like what changes the camera perspective? Alright, you can even have 4 key bindings. That starts to be quite considerable. Housing HUD, sure. Housing editor placement mode. Alright, so we can also look in the third person view. Even nicer, so we actually get to see the Khajiiti, which of course is preferable normally. Let's see if we can pass by those hidden. Our lady with the glowing spear might not make that very easy. Like, let's have a magical glowing weapon on the back, so ensure visibility. Alright, that went well. That wasn't too hard, at least. And this was the right path, yes. Right, and let's see. Alright, and then which part we need to enter? Probably the middle, it looks like. There's also a urn, so of course we check that out. It's empty. Oh.
The Khajiiti's gallery is in here. Let's head inside.
Natural water is the different from the clear water. decorative wax. Sure. Alright, ash shells for gold, which is interesting. Alright, and having searched the urns, let's push in. Alright, she at least is running, so let's follow suit. Oh, more urns. Ah, wow. We should most probably also equip, as we do have like some nice gauntlets. There we go. And also breeches, so wear them instead of trousers. Alright, that looks a little bit more armor-y. Good. Alright, bracers also. Always good to search. Very tall urn. Alright, that's very appropriate. Oh, hello there, Santi. Let's give all of you proper greetings in a moment. Also, yeah, centipede would then be appropriate. Do agree. Oh, it's good that Santi also made it home, so welcome, and we indeed are still at least an hour doing, we'll see how soon this one wants food and coffee, so depends also on that, but we are doing at least another hour easily. So, oh, and here we are, so welcome, and thank you all for joining, so proper greetings. Oh. In general also, after we fixed this suit or the head together, it has helped a lot with, because it was actually shattered quite badly from mail. You wouldn't believe that one of the tusks was also altogether broken off. It's now really good compared to how it came from mail, so it's actually more or less totally intact, and very much do like the overall result. So actually the suit has had a lot of bad luck, but we are trying to give it more better luck, because it has been like it was totally destroyed in the mail almost, because it was the upper jaw was shattered on one side almost. It was split in two with one of the tusks broken off, so it comparatively looks almost totally intact after repairs. So let's move back towards the game here, and alright, we have done 1 hour, so let's do at least another still. Yeah, it was almost like easily the worst condition have ever gotten a suit head. Somehow the male had succeeded to really not give good right to Mordrude. It was like really one of the tusks was totally broken off, the upper jaw was split apart. It was a lot of repair also, but you wouldn't even notice where it's been repaired now. It was really successful in that respect. So, returning towards the game, and let's see how it goes. Empty. Empty. That's big one, it's also empty. That's broken, but that can be searched. Receipt for Jasmine tea. Alright. Lockpick. That sounds quite Khajiit-like. And more natural water. Dingo. Alright. And more. And how are we supposed to move here? Alright, so we should talk to her once we find her again. Are there more
Well, this is upsetting.
urns? Yes, there are more urns to search here. Hawkeye berry, alright. More lockpicks, and that's empty.
Jeffers' bones. The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. Must have cracked this sky shard. Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory, no, there's nothing for it. I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another. Of course. Let's not tarry too long, though. It's a monstrous sentinel called a gargoyle. I've never seen one fight, but by all accounts, they are far more powerful than the golems we've... Giant clusters of meteoric glass. They fall from Aetherius, charged with raw and very potent...
Then we need to find that apparently, because this isn't fixable, it seems. Alright. And more urns. That's empty. That's even broken. Clear water, sure. Alright, let's take a seat for a while. Alright, we earlier found also barley. Let's try this seed. Iron girdle. Alright, more armor parts also. Alright, which one is better? Like 898. There has been considerable. Alright, that's better armor wise. Alright, quite a few items on the armor stands also, so let's take those and sort through them next. typical Khajiiti. You might see what you can find. Alright, there are quite a few armor items. Let's sort through those. Alright, these are much better than any of these, so let's destroy the, because they have only one of value. Those are even better. Homespun items are not really very good, unsurprisingly, if you make it like yourself. Yeah, those also use the same slot. Unlike this, now we can wear something a bit more armory. Yeah, that looks much nicer than like the traveler's shirt. Certainly much more stylish too. Indeed, Briareus. It's good to test all the benches. Right, there are also some gloves and epaulets. And a helm. Though by tradition, Khajiiti no wear helm. Right, let's see how that looks like. Somehow think not very. Yep, by tradition Khajiiti no wear helm, because of course I have to show the nice. Alright, the iron gauntlets are considerably better. Epaulets we in turn do not have, so alright, fair enough. Also there seems to be a place for tail, or at least it's drawn through them, so good enough. Alright, and let's then see what we find behind the door, because there apparently are no more things to... Ah, there's still more urns to search. Necklace, nice, that we certainly shall wear if for nothing else. Style. It's not even shown. Alright. Gingo tonic, alright, that would use the Gingo we have been finding. Another iron girdle. We are already using one and it has no resale value, so let's leave that. Mint. Alright, sure. It's of course always good idea to search all the areas. Alright, most probably we have searched everything, so let's try and continue finding the sky shard, because otherwise probably our good person gets tired.
I don't know why, but sky shards tend to fall in inconvenient places. Just one of...
Alright, it's over there. Alright, there are also golems guarding the door. Should we like get rid of them preemptively? Because kind of do suspect that they can otherwise get interested. Iron battle axe of flame. Sounds impressive. Of course there are urns to search. Put a ring, nice. And that's empty. Empty. We can't sit on that bench. Disappointed. There's the sky shard, so we probably have to fight to get it. Alright, there's the gargoyle. Pretty big. Alright, and there's big urn. Alright. More lockpicks. What we care about sky shard when there are nice urns to search. Alright, and then sky shard. Alright, that looks impressive. Thought the idea was
Did you just
to
absorb the energy of
take
that
it
shard?
over to the gate. Ah, there's also
Impressive.
urn next to it.
Not quite what I intended.
It's
but
empty.
We can work with this.
That's not empty.
Let's head back to the gate.
Alright, and there's Gargoyle statue. Jasmine. Alright, and alright, and let's then see. Return to the gate. Let's do so. We have searched probably enough urns. And also good idea to fight preemptively. Very big urn. Alright, we do not need more of the worst
We should
gloves.
hurry back to the gate. We don't have the sky shard, but we do have a spark of ethereal energy.
There we go. And let's then alright, at least we could fix it ourselves though.
Respond to the power you absorbed and unlock the gate. I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these
Alright,
portals waits
then
just...
the final
Again,
fight.
I'm just a scholar, but I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before.
And let's see what happens with that.
There it is!
Alright, it's quite big.
You, my meal.
At least there are a lot of effects. We do something specific. Oh yeah, double tap to dodge. Sure. which makes the vaulting even more confusing. So let's try and quickly like beat at them. Yeah, that helps. Alright, that was more useful dodging. There we go.
You did it. Hopefully the gallery wasn't
5
too heavily
gold.
damaged.
That
Follow
sounds
me.
like huge amount. Heirloom necklace. Alright. 5 gold. Wow. Any urns? Any more urns? Yes. That's not very useful. Somewhat surprisingly, she is not getting frustrated at the Khajiit mostly looting urns. She is clearly patient enough. So let's then see what we find in the key rights. Oh, big urn. Alright, that's not very useful when we have better. We already have one pair and they have no resale value, at least here, like value one gold. Bookshelf. Alright. Nursery rhyme. Apparently that's the only find from this bookshelf. There are more. The sultry Arconian pod. Surely you don't mean for me to accompany you to your room? Indeed I do, my sweet, indeed I do. Alright, sultry Arconian pod. Yes. Light erotic literature. Alright, and then we have religious literature. And an interview with Countess Caro. Alright, late imperial politics apparently.
By all the stars. Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this. Let's get a closer look.
And we can turn pages. sure reading all the books would take very long as there are so many bookshelves. Secrets overheard in Apocrypha. Alright, sounds quite Lovecraftian. Very long. Yep. We are most probably not reading all the lore books because that takes forever. And the nursery rhyme again. A bit of bouncing after reading seems like a good idea. And there's very big urn here. It's empty. Ah, but that's not empty. Those are empty. Alright, we can most probably wear like 2 rings, yes. Better necklace. And another ring. I'm not sure if these like do anything, but of course it's stylish to make sure to wear some. Really big urn. Alright. That's empty, unfortunately.
This is the key
Alright, that's big.
but not as I remember it. Now I see why we never managed to unlock the gates. Their power comes from this arcane helix. Amazing. With the helix exposed, these gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you,
Alright, there are different
is where to
portals
first?
here apparently.
Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The
Right.
Khajiiti's gallery has come to life, and because of you, matters in Tamriel are bleak.
Tamriel
War
isn't
rages
doing
in
very
Cyrodiil.
well, that much
Daedric
to
princes
know.
conspire. Dragons ride the winds of elsewhere. The second era needs a savior. The Key Rights Gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel.
Alright, we
Places I
received a
suspect
strong
that
box
desperately
and
need a hero's
skill line,
aid.
soul match.
This choice is yours
Alright,
to make.
one
But
skill
wherever
point.
you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you.
Alright, that was quite direct.
have
Can
you
take a
chosen where to
portal
go?
and
What region of the
go
world strikes
somewhere
your fancy?
and make
Not
yourself
everyone
useful.
gets to pass instantly from one side of
Sounds
Tamriel
usually
to
like a
another.
great idea.
This is quite a gift.
Ah, alright. Pre-Arias has clearly played this game. Of course, it's stylish to wear them anyway, even if they lack an enchantment, you know, for style. Alright.
What, me? No, I've got work to do.
Alright,
The
so
Citadel will want
apparently
every bit of
she's
this
not
place
going
etched
to
and
gate
studied.
travel.
Since I did the discovering, I'll probably end up leading the effort. Adventure abroad sounds all well and good, but my place... Well, fate's sort of a clumsy way to put it. No offense. Honestly, we may never know why you
Alright, and then we also
Perhaps
have
it followed you to prevent you from reaching your... well, destiny sounds a bit too grandiose. Let's just say to stop you from reaching your potential. Probably not. But what's a life without unanswered questions, right? Ha! An elf can hope. Answering that question will probably keep me occupied for the next 100 years. It is a bit overwhelming, isn't it? The whole of Tamriel is stretched out before you. We could start with the political considerations. 3 great alliances vie for control of Cyrodiil. Does the fate of the Pact, Covenant, or Dominion interest you?
And what kind of advice we get then?
Excellent. You can visit Stros Mackay in Daggerfall Covenant territory, an island called Kanathi's Ruse that the... I don't blame you. Interprovincial intrigue is the basis of my whole profession, and even I... Well, as I said before, threats to Tamriel have grown like weeds practically everywhere. Would you prefer to spend time among my elven kin, the Khajiiti of elsewhere?
Alright, we can
or men
also
of the
visit
north and south?
elsewhere. That is of course most Khajiiti. And then she probably tells a bit about...
According to our spies, the land of the catfolk is in sorry
Alright,
shape.
that's not promising
Imperial
if you
holdouts
say
sit
the
upon
land of the
throne and a range
catfolk
of
is in
dragons
sorry
built out of the
shape.
halls of Colossus, burning everything in their path. If it's adventure you seek, you'll find it there. If you take the gate to Vardenfell, you can meet the Dark Elves, and maybe... Always.
There's probably
Though the
work to
natives
do
don't make
everywhere
it
in the
easy.
game, so let's just like take some portal. Apparently. Oh, hello there, Nerdaxic. We'll ask questions if have like questions in direct form as usual. If have some issue, otherwise probably we'll just play the game. We never played Grim Dawn again, is also true. We should play Grim Dawn at some point. Also, let's greet Nerdaxic properly. It's nice that we have more fluffs coming over. Alright, we are still going to play half an hour at least, so let's do so, and also greet Nerdaxic properly, so it's good to have you here. Bounce. Nice. Always good to show the bounces off a bit, so let's also greet you properly. Oh. And yes, this suit hasn't yet done too many streams. It's actually a full suit. Hope to get the full suit part fixed by Confasol so that can actually wear it, because currently it doesn't yet quite fit this one due to being too tall. So it needs a bit of modification, but otherwise this starts to be a pretty good suit overall. It now fits properly. The head fits, and it's also fixed because Mail smashed it, so... Ah, alright. I have not actually tried multiplayer ever on stream yet. We'll see. It's kind of also some asked to play like Fortnite multiplayer. That might also try at some point, like because I learned that the team wins together, and it's not like that you have to have a showdown in the end. So, so let's then return to the game again and see what we find, where we find ourselves in terms of where do we go in Tamriel. So at least we do have gates. It's kind of like somewhat of direct start. Yeah, have portals. Go somewhere. Make yourself useful. Good. So. Yep. Let's level up. One attribute. Pound crown fortifying meal. Whatever that is. Gourmet dish. Alright. Increases stats for 2 hours. Alright. 1 attribute point, 1 skill point. Sure. Alright, and we even have some future rewards. Sure. Would probably increase stamina this time, so it's a bit more. We have no titles available yet. And then we can also put skill points towards dual wield. Which of course we are dual wielding the daggers, so armor. Alright, that seems quite useful. Passive abilities, always active. Yes, that's of course good to explain. World, alright, yes. Soul magic. Alright, if we would have soul gems, that might be useful. Veiled strike. Currently can't actually improve any of the assassination abilities, so now we do even have strike an enemy from their flank to set them off balance. Sure. Right, also shows where these things go, so Kenard is loosed. That we can't apparently enter yet. Any urns to search here? Yes. Gnawed bone, sure. Chunk sounds very Khajiiti to collect. Alright, let's take a seat for a while. Will Khajiiti, yes. All the possible port jobs. Alright, there's some limitation where you go first, which might be a good idea. There are also several floors of these apparently. So one apparently has to visit some places before the chains are removed. That looks nice with all the ships. There are even more like slots for them, but none apparently on the second floor, except on that side. That looks quite psychedelic with the floating bricks. Was this the side that actually had one? Yes, which is also locked. Looks nice otherwise. Kind of big city. So actually we can only enter that one. Alright, apparently something needs to be done before most can be used, so probably a level
So, have you
limitation or
chosen where to go?
something.
What region of the world?
So, considering we do not have much more use to stay in the hall. Oh, nice urn. Alright, we already have iron gauntlets. Though these are a few points better iron gauntlets. So of course we want to use the slightly better ones.
That's Khajiiti's Roost, a Khajiiti isle with emerging ties to the Aldmeri Dominion. Sea elves have been flexing their muscles in that part of the Topal Bay. Competing interests could lead to bloodshed.
Alright.
Someone like you could set things right.
Sure. Let's go there.
We submit to your
Alright,
will and
and we
call
do even
forth the
have a
chains of
cutscene.
cold.
They're performing a ritual, preparing the way for a dark anchor.
Again with these
It's worse than we thought. The plane melt has begun.
The portals reach from our side to theirs. That means there is a traitor.
Perhaps it was simply arrogance. Perhaps it was all part of his grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince?
Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his.
Imagine seeing your nemesis succeed where you failed.
Let the way be open.
a lot of effects at least. Fortunately,
Let the will of Molag Bal
we
be
do have
denied.
CPU that at
This
least
world
does
will
something.
one day be mine.
Of course would like the Titan V, but it's very uncommon. Somehow not unsurprised that the catfolk grows the moon sugar cane, like, yeah. They most probably would like some. Right. That looks like a bonus player.
It's alright. You're safe now.
Alright, looks like we can talk here. Alright, hello
This
there.
one needs to speak to you.
another Khajiiti, so...
Welcome to Kenarthi's Roost, friend. The hurricane must have been very disorienting. So many injured.
Razumdar is here on a mission of some delicacy. You are just what the Bandari ordered.
Alright, of course
Between
help is
your
needed.
hands.
First, a question. Where did you come from?
Alright, you can't even tell the truth. Fair enough.
Yes, lie with confidence. A straight face and a gleam in your eye. Well done. It is very good right now to fit in.
Logical.
Your sudden arrival, it does not fit in, you understand? You should not. You should trust your instincts. Leave if you wish. No one will stop you. Or come with Raz and because you are no soldier, which is useful. You can speak with the locals. Assure them we are...
Try to fit in. Sounds like
Commander Karen, the moment...
great idea, like at least it's not like you're in a human town. Let's try to fit in as the Khajiiti.
Glad you're
Right.
up and about, recruit. I'm in need of a scout to head to Shattered Shoals. Most of our fleet foundered to the west, but we've had few survivors trickle in. We captured a sea viper spying on the camp. Those
Alright,
pirates
pirates,
never travel
unsurprisingly.
Find out if they're around Shattered Shoals, and if so, what they're doing.
Find
on
out
this
if they're around the
Of course, you
souls
should
and if
assist
so,
any
what they
shipwreck
are
survivors
doing
you find.
on
We
this
must each do
island.
our
Of course,
part.
you should assist any shipwreck survivors you find. We must each do our part. I do what I
Before
can.
you head to Shattered Shoals, speak with Eelsil.
Talk
He
to
just returned from
Ealsil.
exploring a nearby
He just
temple.
returned from exploring a nearby
That
temple.
wizard claims to
That
know
wizard
something
claims
about
to know
everything.
something about
So he may
everything.
have insight on
So
how
he
these
may
sea
have
vipers
insight on
operate.
how these sea vipers operate. Alright,
Ilsil is this way.
that was quite straightforward. Oh, hello there, Kamu. Let's also greet you properly. Ah, hello there, Bergana. Nice to have you all here. It's not a new fursuit, but you probably have not seen it before. It's actually a very old fursuit. This is Foxfire Fantasy's owner's personal suit from back in the day, 2015, 2014, thereabouts. Was actually at the infamous rainforest, so it's actually a full suit, but the bodysuit needs still some changes before I can wear it. But yes, it's a very nice one, and the head and some of it already works very well. It was originally even a one-piece suit, so now it the head attaches with a zipper to the one-piece bodysuit, because otherwise it would have been impossible to use for streaming either before the bodysuit fits, because this one would be a bit taller. So, oh. Greetings, Bergana and Kamu. Very nice to have you both here. So, hopefully you have had a good weekend this far, and we do some more adventuring with the Khajiiti still before finishing. So it's now we have been doing. Let's do at least half an hour still, so slightly over 2 hours, because we now got more or less started with the game. So looks good, and it's not too late time-wise yet either, so we can do at least half an hour more. So great to have you all here. And indeed, it's not exactly a new suit, it's more like very old suit, and have already also had it for a year, but it was also, the head was rather broken after mail, so it had to be fixed first. Have streamed a couple of times with it, but Bergano apparently hasn't yet encountered Mordrude. So yes, meet Mordrude, who is actually a Metis werewolf, so it's not a boar as some think. As you can see from the nose and the overall head shape, it's not a boar. It's a Metis werewolf, and the tusks are their deformity. So yeah, it's not a boar suit as explained. If you look at the muzzle, no, it's not a snout. It's actually a wolf. Oh. So yes, have had to already explain that a few times. Actually, like from like the Werewolf the Apocalypse tabletop RPG, you have the Metis werewolves. That is, if you do what is not supposed to be done breeding wise, you get deformities, and it's like the tusks are one of those. Oh, so that's the explanation for why it is not a boar. So, let's return to the game now that we have greeted all of you properly, and of course, feel free to also redeem things, and if you try exclamation mark merch, we actually also now have some mugs, which are of course most important kind of merch. No fur has yet bought a mug, so let's see if some fur one day does that. We do have a couple of different ones available even. Haven't yet even bought this one's own merch, but will one of these days. So, let's move back to the game and see what we can do on the island, or about the pirates, or whatever. So, there we go, and return to the game. There we are, and let's see.
Many new faces, many new clients, yes? Business will be
Alright,
good.
Mr. Business Khajiiti. Business will be good. Nothing in the wagon though. Right, let's see the wizard who knows something about everything.
Marvelous, isn't it? We'll have to construct a special room for the Morning Stone when we bring it back to the Mages Guild. I'm sorry. Yes, the Temple of the Morning Springs is an old Khajiiti ruin not far from here.
Ruin.
We excavated the Morning Stone from one of the chambers.
Water appears endless.
Its supply of water appears... What do you mean? Pirates? In an ancient Khajiiti temple? Preposterous! I have no idea. Actually, I have 12 ideas, but they're far less fascinating than the Morning Stone. Probably some sort of ancient, arrogant sea elf.
Arrogant sea elf pirates.
To my recollection, they aren't known to raid Khanathi's roost. Oh, and they have a thing for snakes. But I'm sure we both...
Alright, he wasn't very willing to tell anything useful.
Let's meet by the statues north of camp.
Alright, some had even mounts. Now he's leaning nicely against the wall.
There, you see? You fit in and no one will stop you from walking.
He has interesting personality, have to say. Yes, this is first time, except played the game when it came out 10 years ago a bit, and it's not the same at all, would say. I do not remember any of the content now, so... but yes, played it very early on a bit and then forgot about it until now. So this is more or less first time. It's not first time for real, but it's more or less probably the first time. Because it is very different from what it was 10 years ago.
Ilsil is most impressed with his newest bauble. But the undead
are he seems impressed.
If you want to, you could
search the temple, determine how to contain the dead there, then the locals should see we came here as allies. Alright, anything else?
Perenith told you how the
hurricane dashed the fleet in the Canarch's roost. Now the sea vipers are picking at the bones of our ships. Yeah, you could scout the coast, as the commander said.
Prove yourself to this. Oh, there's far less glamorous work to be done in Mistral, at the
Right.
northern end of the island. Let's meet up there after you've done what
Bright
you
moons
decide to
guide
do.
your steps.
Until then,
Yes.
bright moon.
And he has nice looking armor too. And then he again just leans against the wall. He's sure to do something useful.
Have you no shame?
Have you no shame?
A little private.
Alright, these two are apparently trying to be private, but we have the nosy Khajiit who comes asking them things. Of course. Yes, Bergono, do plan to attend east if just get a spot. Alright, and then we can investigate the two locations. Let's see map-wise, like where are they? Dock, right. Temple of the Crescent Moons. Here's the Temple of the Morning Springs. Alright, we have two things to do. Alright, indeed hoping we both are lucky at getting a room. We'll see. We'll see. Let's then go to... Let's investigate the undead, so... Let's continue. That way. Alright, some have them fancy mounts. We certainly don't. So how about some walking?
Come no closer.
There's also a hologram.
Heed my words. You endanger more than your life should you approach. A foolish spirit. My ambition brought me low, but I won't allow it to happen to another. The book... But how? Are you strong enough to resist their call? Could you bring them to the shrine and finish what I did not?
Alright, bring books to the shrine.
The curse upon each tome is designed to feed souls to oblivion. But if you are able to resist their pull, on the shores of Khanathi's Roost, beyond the town of Mistral, it is lit by an ever-burning flame. Should you collect all the tomes, bring them to the shrine without delay.
Alright, there's the tome. At least it mentions a messenger beast. Alright.
This book had best be worth the price.
And then we do have like hologram of the spirit apparently reading the text.
What is that?
Sure, let's then try to take those to the shrine. We need to find two more, of course. Pretty strong bounds. Alright, let's check the map which way. Ah, hello there, Kisu. Also, of course, we need to greet Kisu properly while opening the map, so... Oh, Pamphel and all. How's the Pamphel doing this fine Sunday? let's greet Kisu properly also. Oh, good to hear you are. Okay. Mordrude also greet you, of course. Alright, we have done almost 2 hours. Let's at least see if we can find our way to the temple and see about that. Maybe finish in half an hour or so. It looks like would be good time to finish slightly past 6 and then do evening stream. So let's finish in half an hour so we get some more. We did also 2 hours 40 minutes or so yesterday for the daytime stream, so let's do about the same. So let's finish in half an hour, as we have now gotten started with the game a bit better, so it's nice. So let's switch back to the game now that we have properly greeted Kisu. Pamf. Also, when is Pamf going to stream? It's been a while, do you think? We want more Zomki. You could after all in the Summamutiken competitionen entry feed the Zomki some burger. So when are we going to have Zomki online? Oh yeah, it is the same realistic panther you have seen, Sanchi. You are very right. Ah yeah, good. So let's return to the game and see about traveling to the temple to see what kind of trouble awaits us there. Oh. So. We can even zoom the map. That's nice now that I learned it. There's some house there. So we continue down the road. Right, there's someone. Let's talk to them too.
You want words? Talk to Ranabi.
You want words? Talk to Ranabi. Alright, Mr. Tough Guy.
Fix things.
Make them better. Deal with pests who ask too many questions. Deal with them how? Depends on the type of pest. Vermin brush away. Some pests bigger than others. These are introduced to bury.
My first wife. She died at sea. No body. Nothing to bury. No use for a coffin. I carry it with me. Then we have an understanding.
And what about like the other guy who was supposed to give words? Alright, there they are.
Something strike your fancy?
Elegant
Khajiiti. The sea
Khajiiti.
bears strange fruit of late. Some Renabi picked off dead men in the sands of Agri.
And what do they sell? Equipment repackage, lockpick, simple bait, ship of health. Of course, one wants a ship. Tincture of health is already more expensive, so let's buy one of those, and we could probably also sell some things. Yes, we collected quite a bit of ash, so that's good to sell because it's technically sunk and it gets us 81 gold. Unlike finishing the quest, got only 5 gold, really. Yeah, I do remember, Kisu. You were kind of disappointed on how it went, but hopefully the cruise goes well anyway, because it's very nice that they booked it as kind of a surprise. So It's still nice though to understand, and you also told before that it didn't really fit your plans. Alright. Used in crafting decorative food. Why would one want to craft decorative food? Let's also sell that. Iron gauntlet sell for 0, really. Iron helm, yeah. Requires solvent proficiency. Think about it. You would need proficiency in solvents to use water. This we can't sell, unsurprisingly. Alright. Now we can buy maybe another sip of health. Let's also repair all, it's only 5, so very moderate. Alright, now we at least have health potions. Can we put the health potion in a quick slot? Or something remotely useful. Alright, and then can we talk to the sheep? Apparently not. Can we talk to the other sheep? No. Can we talk to the third sheep? No. No. Alright, so no talking to the sheep. Are we on the right road? Yes. And we should continue and continue and then turn right. Oh, bear indeed. And of course we are Khajiiti, so can we talk to the wandering sheep? No. And we apparently anyway took the wrong road, so we can even cut maple. Alright. Wood. Why not? It's good to play lumberjack while you're moving along. Oh, that's very nice.
Please, a moment.
Alright, would this be where we are supposed to explore? Not really. It's a bit further this way. Alright, this would be apparently the abandoned temple.
Please, I need your help. My
All
master's
right.
life is in danger.
Master's life is in danger.
I'm part of an expedition from Eagle's Strand. While we explored the Temple of the Morning Springs, the dead began to rise. The others fled, but my master
right.
never emerged. Aurelian taught me to... 2 magical wards seal the temple, marked by emblems of a scorpion and a spider. If you can keep the undead away while I disrupt the wards, I have no doubt Aurelian can protect himself. But if he's trapped inside, we need to get him out. My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the fountains never run dry, we leapt at the chance to investigate. Ilsil insisted on leading, of course.
Alright, Ilsil at least made their way back, unlike apparently others. Looks like usual wizard, like, yes, let's leave the others there. We have interesting people.
Ah, so you've met him. My master calls him Eel Kill. Something about an experiment gone wrong many years ago. The morning stone you saw came from this temple. Ilsil was barely able to remove it before the undead fell upon us. Aurelian thought it could be used to control the weather, perhaps prevent another hurricane. Ilsil disagreed, of course.
Alright, that
He insisted
clearly
on studying
was
it
what
further
happened.
at Eagle's Strand.
Alright. Into the temple courtyard. So nice stairs.
You have such...
Right, you can also talk to the skeleton.
back. You aren't welcome here.
They do not look very welcoming.
I'm whatever I wish to be. I change bodies like high elves change clothes.
Yeah, if you have only corpses to choose from. That clearly is a human and not a Khajiiti corpse, because it has no cat skull.
Why do you trespass? Ah, the name for my newest outfit. His flesh sags a bit, though the power in his bones reminds me of my youth. Set foot in this temple and see for yourself. Such commendable posture. I'm tired of this. Leave or
Alright.
die.
Since the skeleton is not willing to attack, so...
That can't be good. We need to get those wards down fast.
Pretty big area also. Would there then be one ward here? Yep. Spider ward above. Yeah. We apparently need to climb. Wherever there are stairs. Not from this area at least. Alright, there are some skeletons, so let's try and cause them some trouble. Alright.
I'll bind your wounds.
Cryomancer even, you say. Alright, there would appear to be stairs. Yep.
Spider weaves the web around its prey.
This ward won't keep us out for long.
Alright, looks much better. Any urns here? Yes, but it's empty. And that one It's even turned over and it's empty. Shame. There's also a pool of water. Any urns in the water? Nope, but there's one. Molybdenum. Alright. Very modern material. Empty. Alright. So, let's then see about the other ward. Alright, now we also have a skeleton carding, so... Six gold. More gold than the final boss of the starting mission, so... Where's the other ward? Nope. There's the Scorpion ward. There's the Cryomancer, alright there. Alright, they didn't leave much to loot. This way to the Scorpion ward, so let's... Alright, we can't apparently jump up that, sir. And there's again a Cryomancer. Right, and would this be the way to the Scorpion ward or not? At least there are searchable urns, so... Apparently this was not the location with the Scorpion ward. Alright, that looks like the right place.
Scorpion's poison courses through its prey.
Ned, I'll disrupt the ward.
There we go. Now both wards have been taken care of. Any urns here? Yes. At least lockpicks are plentiful.
I have no doubt Aurelian can protect himself. But if he's...
Enter the temple catacombs. Right. Alright, now we shall enter the temple catacombs soon. Very well, some catacombs then, and let's also see. Alright, and let's continue. Alright, catacombs entered. Do we have a map? Yep. Disrupt the barrier.
The cycle
Right,
of 2
that
moons
looked
seems to be the key to dispersing the barrier.
Effective. Ouch. Alright, there apparently is some puzzle to this.
Dispersing the barrier.
Observation 1. This catacomb is filled with corpses, and not one of them a Khajiiti. Yeah, that looks true. Each appears to have died in battle, yet special attention and care was provided in preparing their bodies. Whoever constructed this place must respect death immensely, even that of their enemies. Alright. Would that then be the sequence? So it's like no moons, some moons, full moons, and some moons. Alright, so that would be the sequence. Then we need to find the rest of the patterns. New moons. Alright. So first is new moons. Then some moons. How many there are? Alright. And there are 2 some moons. They are different, so we have to first do the one that has the big moon above. So it's the other one. Then it's full moons. And then it finally is the other one with the small moon above.
Barrier is down.
And yes, do know that there are the proper names for the moons, but do not know them.
When we entered the temple, that skeleton made
When
it
we
sound as though
entered the
Aurelian was
temple,
in
that
grave
skeleton
danger.
made a
I
sound
won't let
as
vague
though
threats keep us from my
Aurelian
master.
made it sound,
Aurelian is
yeah,
too
that
important
single
to lose.
sound would be.
Perhaps we should
I won't
think
let
before we
vague
act.
threats keep us from my master, but Aurelian is too important to lose. Perhaps we should think before we act.
The Dominion relies on Aurelian for his sound judgment. He's taught countless students the ways of Magicka, including some of the Queen's own advisors.
Alright,
Thank you.
we should keep moving. Alright, let's then move. Central ruins. Pretty big area also. And what would be then? Find Aurelian, so we just walk.
We found the
directly
Morning Stone on
forward.
that pedestal. Wait, that's Aurelian! What's he doing up there?
Alright, there they actually are. Probably possessed. Standing there, so there we
Is
go.
that large and you still don't listen. Perhaps you need a few
Who's
alterations.
Uldor? Probably
There was
some
a time when the sound of I am
leech or such undead.
I see your dominion teaches you nothing of my people. I shouldn't bemoan your ignorance.
Alright, yeah,
Fools
how
in
could
mid
wizard
centuries of
remove it?
captivity when- Never mind that accursed blue rock. I'm about to restore my wardrobe to its full glory. Behold this. I believe I'll keep him. At least until my summoning ritual wears him through. You see, undead are also beige. Then
Alright,
Aurelian
that
for
was.
now. We have to disrupt the summoning ritual. I'll destroy the bone piles if you keep the undead at bay.
Disrupt summoning ritual, and how do
No
we
time to
do that?
talk. We have to stop the summoning ritual.
We have to stop the summoning ritual.
It'll take a
Right.
moment to weaken the
Can we
circle.
do something
Keep the
about the
undead away
bone
from me.
pile? Yep. How about we do damage to the skeleton? There's another bone pile, so and yet another.
It's working. I'll weaken the next circle.
And yet another.
Help my master. I'm right behind you.
Alright, confront Uldor. Sure. Where do we confront him?
Stay back!
Uldor! Get out of my body!
Yep.
Now!
Silence! None command Uldor!
Clearly we have to enter further into the temple. Alright, looks like also the shooter could use more illumination, so let's improve that situation. There we go. Illuminated. Alright, not at least taking the direct route because there are some spikes on the way. Yep. Quite a few. Alright. Clearly have to be careful to not jump too far. And in addition we are fighting a giant bat. Yep. Alright. Currently not into the fire. And more bats. Do you think Kamuniak will soon complain that we are doing away with giant bats? All hide. Still sells for gold. Yeah, bats are very common enemies.
Uldor, I command you by the tears of the two moons, return to your prison.
Ah! That won't hold me for long.
You're Gathwin's ally, yes? Please disable these traps so she can make it to us safely.
Disable the traps, alright.
Oh, thank you, friend. I need a moment to recover. If you wouldn't mind disabling the traps, Gathwin can make it through without fear.
If you wouldn't mind disabling the traps. There we go.
Despite all my knowledge, Uldor's influence over me was only my pride.
Only my pride. That's of course the worst thing to get hurt.
He plans to overwhelm and enslave Khenarthi's roost with an undead horde by the next dawn.
Alright, next dawn only.
Uldor was a powerful Malmo wizard who learned to separate his spirit from his body, even in death. He can wear the Morningstone's endless water supply tied Uldor's spirit to his body. When Eilsil removed the
unsurprisingly, always the wizard in their curiosity causes a disaster.
Nearly caused the death of me. These gems focus the Morningstone's power. Uldor had me remove them from his tomb. I propose Gathwin recovers the Morningstone from Eagle's Strand. Meanwhile, we restore Uldor's prison. Simple enough. No, which is why we must be the ones to enter the tomb. After he saw you through my eyes, he seemed convinced that to
Alright,
would destroy
that at least helps, because otherwise the undead would also take us over.
No, we must enter the tomb together. Though he can't wear you, he could quite easily obliterate you with his magic. Oh, the centerpiece of this old Khajiiti temple. After Uldor's reign of terror, the Sea Elves gave it to...
Master, I know what you're planning. I won't let you throw your life away.
Apparently we still shall talk. Now to Catherine.
Aurelian's plan is to let Uldor possess him. They'll both be sealed in the tomb forever. But it doesn't need to be this way.
Alright, his plan was somewhat less than stellar.
Aurelian is too important for the Dominion to lose. Besides, we both saw how the summoning... Please, help me convince Aurelian. I will gladly seal myself in the tomb to spare my master. Uldor is a threat to all on this island.
Somehow it seems better idea to get rid of the apprentice than the master, so let's do so.
I should prepare.
Catherine, I beg you to reconsider.
You're too important,
Right,
Aurelian.
and then we
If the
shall
Dominion
proceed
lost you, we
to the
would be
tomb,
lost.
but let's see what happens.
Then I'll recover the Morning Stone. Farewell, my dearest friend.
You! I won't wear a poisoned outfit.
It's kind of distracting because there are also other players, so it's very confusing.
Uldor, my master was a fool.
So, what are we supposed to do
I'll help
and
you with
where?
the vengeance you seek, if you allow me.
Such a spectacular willing garment. Very well.
Alright.
I can't fight him for long. Quickly, place the tears of the two moons in the pedestal.
Now we need to do something useful in the tomb, apparently also.
You'll not leave this tomb alive.
There we go. And then we need to place something on the other pedestal apparently. And hopefully not get hit by lightning too much. Alright, jump directly into the lightning. There we go. Now there's plenty of water around, so that most probably causes problems.
The water weakens Uldor, but I can't hold him for long. Quickly, go to... I know Uldor will keep me alive. He far prefers a living form to the dead. Strange. How can I know this? I feel him stirring within me.
There we go. And then we shall go back to the Great Hall, so... Let's return outside the tomb and then we will probably... are there urns that can be searched? No, they are just decorations. Disappointed. Alright.
We've restored the Morning Stone. But if you're here, then Gathwin is lost to that monster. You speak truth. And yet the young should never die for the old. It is this. I need to record everything that happened here. Uldor's skill troubles me. Without further study, the Dominion will... I've rarely encountered a creature of Uldor's power. There may be a way to separate him from Gathwin, but it will take much time and study. She's not just an apprentice, she's my friend.
Alright, and we got a bow.
I swear I'll find it.
And complete quest. Unsurprisingly, like, never mind, then just walk away.
Without your aid, I'd still be under Uldor's influence. I won't forget. I can open a portal to the temple courtyard if you wish.
Alright, quest completed, and...
I'm afraid it won't remain open for long.
Let's take the portal, so a bit easier to... There we go. Now there are apparently happy holograms in the temple. At least it's less dangerous as there are no skeletons around. Let's claim level up. Trifling Cliff of Health. Alright. Only one better is like the... And then we would say we increase health still. And then we can also do something about skills. Alright, Shadow Cloak, cloak yourself, become invisible. Alright, we can now also add Teleport Strike. Alright, increases health recovery, that's nice for heavy armor, so let's do that. There we go. And then do think we have actually played almost. Yep, 2 hours 40 minutes, so do think we are pretty much ready to finish here. Approximately at the intended time, so let's switch back, and we will be doing dreads tonight if have enough awake to get Griffin on and do some dreads later tonight. So we will be finishing here. So this one gets some coffee and food as down their throat, as Mr. Vice-Grip Garage would say. So there we go, and let's then properly also thank you all for joining and your support of the stream, and then we see who we will raid, as it's of course also time to do another raid, and then we will do another stream later tonight with Dread, so hopefully you can also join that. And next week's schedule will be published most probably later tonight, if feel also up to that before tonight's stream. Really like the glass eyes on this suit also. The light really makes them come alive. It's really elegant. So thank you all for joining, and there we go. Let's see, can we get nose but inside the heart, like, yep. Oh. Yep, I do like a lot of things about this suit. Also the maw is very realistic for like overall. Do like it a lot. And the tusks are also among the better ones I've ever seen. So there's a lot about this suit, considering it was just like, it was quite nice overall to get there, like old former personal suit. So it's really nice one, would agree. Oh. So, let's see what we will leave you with the raid. So, let's see who's doing what. So. Alright. Tohru is playing Street Fighter 6. Blaze is still playing Red Dead Redemption. Haunta is playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Never really get much for the Zelda games. Let's see Mr. Lion and Street Fighter. Are they still playing? Yes, after 5 hours. Alright. Yeah, they are playing, so very different genre of game. Let's go for some fighting game. It's been a while since we have also raided the big lion, so let's go for them. That should do that. Yes. Thank you all for joining and hopefully see you tonight. Be well.